Welcome back to today's second stimulus check update and stimulus package news. Today we have a big announcement. We have a bunch of stuff happening, so I want to bring you all that in today's update. First off, this is big. Republicans are proposing a new skinny bill. This news broke on Tuesday, but why am I waiting till today to bring this to you? I'm waiting till today because until today we didn't have a whole lot of information. We knew what Republicans wanted, and I'll address that later on, but we still had a bunch of holes. So this new proposal will be a $500 proposal, be $500 billion, which may or may not include a second stimulus check, and I'll get to that again in just a second. Nancy Pelosi is being urged by fellow Democrats to accept a scaled down bill because Americans need help today. Also, Americans are pleading with Congress to pass more aid to the American people. We'll see if Congress hears those pleas, but as of right now, it's unsure. Also, the Postmaster General is suspending his cost-cutting measures. I will address that later on in this video. So that is everything we're going to cover in today's second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Today is Thursday, August 20th. Hopefully you're having a wonderful week, and hopefully it gets even better. Now, like I said, Republicans are proposing a new skinny bill. This bill will potentially be worth $500 billion. That is half of what they proposed in the HEALS Act. That is also a very small percentage of what Democrats proposed in the HEROES Act. Currently, this is what is being proposed. This is what is inside this new proposal. And we don't have whatever act it is yet, but as soon as we do, I will let you know. But this is currently in the proposal. First, we have reduced unemployment until December 27th. Okay, it's going to be an extension on the unemployment boost. So instead of the $600 per week that was inside the CARES Act, it is only going to be $300, and this will go until December 27th. Also, additional funding for the PPP program. If you don't know what that is, it's the Payroll Protection Program, which means the government would issue money to businesses and it would kind of trickle down. It's the trickle down economics, where it would go from the business to the employees, then from the employees into the economy, and it is estimated for every $1 an employee earns, it will go through the economy 4 to 5 times. So for every $1 that is earned, it will make it through the economy and it'll be $4 to $5 from there. So that is good. There's also $10 billion for the United States Postal Service, and we can almost assure and almost guarantee that Democrats are going to fight this to get it up to at least $25 billion. Also, $105 billion for schools, which is great. Schools really need that money. Now, although all that stuff is good, there are a handful of things that are missing. First off, you probably have already noticed this. You're probably asking this as we speak. Where is the second stimulus check? Why is it not included in this proposal? Here's what many people believe, many experts believe, that Republicans specifically left this out on purpose. They left out a second stimulus check because they know Democrats are going to fight over multiple things. And one of the things that Republicans can do is leave something that they know Democrats want, which is that second stimulus check for $1,200 for filers and their spouse, and $500 per dependent no matter the age. Now, this is most likely just a negotiation tactic because there is no second stimulus check, but at the same time, the funding for United States Postal Service is not what Democrats actually want. Democrats have said that the United States Postal Service needs $25 billion. Well, when Republicans give them $10 billion, that is just a calling for let's negotiate. So they will most likely bump that up to 20 to 25 billion, and maybe they will include the second stimulus check as long as Republicans agree to pass this next skinny bill. Also, what is not in the current proposal is there's no state and local government funding. If you remember, Democrats want $900 billion. That is not going to happen. Secretary of the Treasury, Steve Mnuchin, has stated that is a non-starter. Also, there's no funding for rental assistance, and there's no funding for food assistance as well. Now, this would simply be another proposal, and this is probably going to take over for the HEALS Act that Republicans proposed about a month ago. Now, is it actually going to be passed? Are they going to vote on it? That is unsure of as of right now. However, this is looking more and more likely. Mark Meadows, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, has stated that the odds of passing a skinny bill is much higher and will be better for Americans than holding off and waiting for negotiations to actually come true and actually settle on something that will be passed. So again, we will see. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that the HEALS Act didn't even have backing from his Senate Republicans, which would have made voting on this and passing this extremely difficult. This new proposal is geared to get all Senate Republicans on board and pass additional aid to the American people. As will this happen? Yes or no? As of right now, we don't know. When will they vote on this? We don't know. When will we see the actual text of this bill? Again, we don't know. Hopefully, it will happen very soon. But as you know, with Republicans, we pretty much just wait and see. So here's what we know as of right now regarding this next stimulus package. As of right now, we know there is no second stimulus check included, but many reports, like I already stated, they are saying that this is probably just a negotiation tactic. We know Democrats will want to increase the United States Postal Service funding to $25 billion, so Republicans are probably looking at this as a starting point for more negotiations. So, buckle up, get ready, we will have more negotiations. At some point, that is what we're going to have, and it is a must. Now, when will negotiations begin? As I already stated, we don't know, but this will most likely be voted on in the second week of September. If you remember, Democrats are being called back by Nancy Pelosi. They will vote on the United States Postal Service crisis on Saturday. I believe that is still in place. However, the Senate is on recess until September 8th. They will come back to Capitol Hill on September 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So, most likely, this bill, this new proposal, will be voted on after negotiations. So, what many people believe is negotiations are going to happen between now and September 8th, and once the Senate is back in session, back at Capitol Hill, that is when they will start to vote. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, Nancy Pelosi is being urged by fellow Democrats to pass a scaled-down stimulus bill. This is going to provide American people with the aid they need now. Pelosi has said that she is comfortable with passing a skinny bill now because Americans need help today. Well, actually, the Americans have needed help for months. Why does Congress wait till the last minute and then they say, well, we could have done this months ago, we could have done this then, and then we could have came back later and did some more stuff, passed some more legislation. But that's essentially what Nancy Pelosi is saying. She says Americans need help today. But this would require Congress to pass more stimulus after the elections. And most likely, many reports say this will happen sometime in January after all these seats, all the new congressmen and women come in and are now sitting in their new seat. We will see what happens there. So this is good news that Nancy Pelosi is softening her stance, her hardline stance. But this also means that if there is not enough stimulus, there's not enough help for the American people and the economy, then Congress will be back at the same starting point in a few months from now. And if you remember from the past couple weeks, it is not going well. Hopefully, negotiations will go smoother, but again, it hasn't so far, so we will have to wait and see what happens if they pass the skinny bill now and decide to work on more stuff in the future. In the future, I'm talking about in January. Also, Americans are pleading with Congress to pass more aid because they need more help. Congress hears Americans' pleas. However, they're not really taking them into consideration. If they did, there would be a second stimulus check, and this stimulus check probably would not have been only $1,200. So outside of the unemployment benefit, the unemployment boost, that's $600 per week, Americans have not received very much stimulus or aid if they didn't have some type of business at the time. The Postmaster General suspends his cost-cutting measures. Nancy Pelosi said he is doing this because he felt the heat in what Democrats were asking of him. Maybe so. Even though the United States Postal Service will not be removing any more mailing stations until 2021 or after the election, the Postmaster General has said that he will not reinstall the mailing stations that have currently been removed. I am currently feeling the heat because I cannot just drive down the street about a minute away from my office. I could drive down the street normally and I could dump all my mail, all my outgoing mail, in one of the mailing stations. Well, it's been picked up, so I can't do that anymore. Now I have to drive about 6 to 7 minutes away, add about a 5-minute drive to my time just to go there and 5 minutes back, so add about 10 minutes to my day to go and mail a package. Not ideal, but I'll do it. Now this could potentially slow down mailing times, and it also could cause some people to not send in their vote when it comes time for voting. That is what Democrats are currently saying. They are saying that the Postmaster General, and specifically Republicans, are creating it a harder way to actually vote this upcoming election. Democrats are pretty much saying that everybody that does their mail-in votes will be voting Democrat. Republicans seem to agree. Here's what you need to know right now. As of right now, there's going to be a lot of new information coming out about this next stimulus package, the new stimulus proposal that Republicans are currently working on, and as it becomes available, I promise I will give you more updates and fill you in on what is being said. So you don't have to waste the hours and hours doing research like I currently do. I will do that work for you, and I will give you a complete update. Also, don't just wait around for the government to send you some type of stimulus or the little handouts that they give. Yes, they're great and they will help a lot of people. However, here's what I ask of you. Go out and create your own business, and specifically create an online business, because that's what I do, that's what I know, and that's what I can teach you. I will include a handful of videos down in the description box below. Just go down below this video into the description box, and that is where I will give you some different videos that you can go and watch to teach you a new way to make money online from the comfort of your home. So if you have any questions on how to create some type of online business, just come back and ask your questions down in the comment section below, and I will help you out there. Also, if you have questions on the next round of stimulus, what is happening regarding the second stimulus check, are stimulus payments still coming? Who should be expecting them? When should they expect them? And how much will they be? Again, if you have questions regarding stimulus, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Like always, if you enjoyed today's video and you learned something, you're glad I'm keeping you updated on everything stimulus related, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.